Hi, this is Mark Cunaberti with your coronavirus update. We did one the day before yesterday, and I'd mentioned at that time that I did not think the markets were pricing in the effect of the coronavirus. And as allowed, we said a couple of weeks ago, we went kind of market neutral on portfolios because I was concerned that the markets were not pricing this in. Today, the Dow dropped 165 points when Apple came out and said that because of the virus, they would not be able to meet sales guidance. Some of the other news medias are reporting, as we did a couple days ago, that there's going to be more companies that are going to be affected from this. Right now, the futures for the markets are flat. 165 points on the Dow is really not horrible, but we think, at least my opinion is, we're going to see more damage in the long run. Let's just talk about what's going on with the virus now. 73,439 cases as of today, the 18th. 1,875 deaths. The mortality rate of this virus is still 2.5%, somewhere in there. 13,000 people have recovered. That's some good news. About 12,000 people are in critical condition, and 46,000 or so are in mild condition. Now, it's still in only 29 countries. That's good. They had something going on with the Western Dam. They let off about 200 passengers, and they flew off or took a car off or a boat off, and they kind of dispersed all over the world. And then we found out that an 83-year-old woman that was part of that cruise ship tested positive. So that's kind of an interesting and not such a good new news, I guess you could say, because now we've got people that are going all over the world that possibly could have been exposed to this. So we have, again, in the United States, we haven't had any deaths yet. That may be attributed to the fact that we've got good medical care here. But some of the updates, transmission rate, every person that is infected, well, we see 2 or 3 new cases. Incubation period 2 to 14 days. That's kind of not so good. You could be carrier, not show symptoms, not be symptomatic. Some of the things that happened today that are new. 1 new death in Wuhan. That's basically where it started, Wuhan, China. 8 new cases in Japan. 4 new cases in Singapore. The Diamond Princess cruise ship in Japan, which had a handful of cases yesterday. Now they're saying 88 new cases on that cruise ship. And on the cruise ships, we're seeing the highest percentage of concentration of people testing positive versus the overall population of who was on the cruise ship. Kind of makes sense because they're all kind of stuck together on a ship, right? And 2 new cases in Hong Kong. So with the markets, you can't really tell. Nobody can forecast where these markets are going to go. But we can comfortably say that if GDP drops, that's not real positive for the stock markets. And as we mentioned on our previous update, in the SARS virus, it had a 9.5% mortality rate, but it infected only under 20,000 people. We're getting close to 75,000 people that are infected, and we have seen it was an uptick in new cases about 3 days ago, and now today it's a little bit more flatlined. Not flatlined, but it just didn't see the great spike we saw the day before yesterday. So, as I said, the things that are moving usually are the fear-based investments, the bitcoins, cryptocurrencies can be moving. Gold is moving. Some of the other things that are moving, Apple was down today. Treasuries are up today. Flight to currency, what we call flight to safety currencies, are basically moving. So I am still concerned. I don't know whether the market is still fully pricing in this virus. So we'll keep you updated and try to tell you what's going on with this virus and the markets as it transpires, okay? Our website is moneymanagementradio.com. My name is Mark Cunaberti, and thanks for listening.